Nick Diaz eyeing a 2020 return to the UFC, eyeing a Jorge Masvidal fight. Obviously, he was interviewed by Ariel Helwani in this long-form interview that was something.
Yeah, I couldn't even watch the whole thing, man.
Agreed. I did not watch the whole thing either. It was rough. And before I get your thoughts mainly about Nick Diaz's return and maybe fighting Masvidal, what that would look like, thoughts on just how does he look right now? Because as somebody that knows people with substance abuse issues, that knows people that has issues, he seems like somebody that needs help, to be honest. I don't mean that to slight him in any way. I'm a huge Nick Diaz fan. Like half of my MMA soundbites for the intro are Nick Diaz.
Diaz brothers.
Yeah.
You're a straight up Diaz fan.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know you mean no malice in that statement.
Are you concerned for Nick Diaz's well-being?
Very. Like the thing is, way back when I was a official media member, I was hearing things.
Hey, you just went to a MMA event like what, today or yesterday? So
today, yeah, I was at a media lunch today.
hey, you're just a super fan.
I'm a high level fan.
High level fan. That's what we're gonna call it.
I'm a high level fan.
Yes, that's what I am now too, guys.
Yeah,
high level fan.
So like Diaz, man, I've heard stories about his behavior. I mean, he's had some. Granted, I know he was exonerated at least on like the domestic violence charges. But there's been stories about fights and
just follow his
wild parties.
Just follow his IG, man.
Yeah,
like,
and
he posted it.
He's out. He's at a club like every night and partying every night. Like
I had to stop following him because like as a fan, I'm like, I don't want to see Nick Diaz just drinking every night in Vegas clubs, man. Like, what is he doing?
When you look at him, you look at his face. He has the face of someone who is bloated with with booze and whatever else. Like that's the face of someone.
That's not just weed.
Yeah, that certainly isn't weed. That's not the munchies, my man. That's no.
No, and again, Nick Diaz has always been Nick Diaz. Like, I saw a section of the fandom and media go like, "No, there's nothing to be worried about here." Like, it's Nick Diaz being Nick Diaz, guys. I'm like, no, it's
different. It's different.
Obviously, you just want to cover Nick Diaz events, or you have never met anyone or dealt with anyone with substance abuse issues.
Yeah,
because like he is just an obvious walking case of it. That I don't know how you can come into this and say, yeah, I'm excited for Nick Diaz's return. Especially against Jorge Masvidal.
Not right now.
Masvidal
would murder him right now. And it's not even a fair fight to make. It's just not. It's a fight that honestly shouldn't even be sanctioned.
No.
If that's the case. It's to everyone who saying, oh, this is just Nick being Nick. Like, I'm not expecting a Nick Diaz interview to sound like a Daniel Cormier interview. That's just never going to happen. We know this. We know what to expect from this man. But on that scale, even this was concerning. This was very concerning to me. He's been active for what, 5 years, something like that.
Inactive?
Yeah, since the Anderson fight. And that was UFC 183. I believe that was 5 years ago.
I'll look it up right now.
Yeah, that was pretty sure that was UFC 183. So, I don't need to see him back. I don't. And if he is going to be back, I want to see him
going to 5 years, 183.
Yeah, I want to see him, look like a professional athlete. I want to see him treating his body the way a professional athlete would. I can't get behind this, man. I can't get behind this at all.
I agree completely. To sidestep of the story, obviously, is Jorge Masvidal's side because he's just got a big win against Nate Diaz.
And obviously, that's a fight that could sell if he's fighting Nick. Yeah,
but he is obviously not eyeing the winner of Usman Covington. Clearly, he is targeting Nick Diaz, who we've just mentioned, and Conor McGregor, of course. And obviously, Conor's fighting at 170, which is
an aspect we neglected to mention. But yeah, that's
I neglected it for this reason.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at me producing over here.
You mother.
Yeah, I'm so smart. I know, guys. But Jorge Masvidal, what should he do next? I mean, in your mind.
I mean, if I get the bag, Jorge Masvidal is one of those guys who has been around for a long time. He's been slept on forever. He's toiled around on every single promotion you can think of, just about. He was in shark fights and was he? I think he was in Bodog for a little bit. Like he's been all over the
Everyone
place.
from like Florida and like the South fought
Yeah.
in Bodog. Let's be honest.
Yeah, like he was. Yeah, Strike Force. I mean, he in Bellator. He's been everywhere, and
Yes.
and everywhere he's come up just short of achieving something memorable. You know, he's always been just barely in reach and wasn't quite able to make the mark. You're talking about a dude who consistently dropped split decisions to the point where had one judge put one extra point on the scorecard for all of those fights, he would have been on some stupid like 16 fight win streak or something.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
a lot of those fights, you could argue that he should have won.
Exactly.
You can make that argument.
definitely. So at this point, man, Masvidal, how old is Masvidal? He's he's got to be in his 30s.
He's got to be in his 30s. I'll look it up.
Yeah. Probably mid to late 30s, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's been fighting forever.
Yeah, or it's one of those cases where he has been fighting so long that maybe
35.
Yeah, 35. Okay, yeah. So a guy in his mid 30s, you've been fighting this long, dude. It's okay to get the money. Now, if the money is not in taking on the winner of Usman and Covington, which I think the money would be there, especially if Covington wins, then go after the Conor McGregor fight. Because you know what? Right now, he'd smoke Conor McGregor. Go after the Nick Diaz fight because he'd smoke Nick Diaz right now. Make the most money with the least path of resistance.
UFC, don't listen to Ant. Don't make the Nick Diaz fight.
No, don't. No, but if you're Masvidal, yes, you're going to campaign.
Oh,
for that.
of course.
Yeah.
Of course you are.
If you're his management, I think with first round management with the Cowher brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're a Malky or Abraham Cowher, yeah, campaign for that one for your client because that's the most money with the least amount of risk.
Absolutely. And not right above that is probably Conor McGregor because I think Masvidal smokes Conor right now.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't think it's even competitive right now.
No, it's not. It's not right now.
Do you think that Masvidal has a legitimate chance to beat like a Usman Covington winner?
Yes, he does. He does. I probably would favor both of those guys against Masvidal right now.
Even
Covington,
a guy that really struggled for takedowns against RDA and got taken down by RDA. Just want to point that out there.
yeah. Well,
Just want to throw that out there. Some shade on Covington.
yeah, I know you're just trying to
why
counter
not?
my point, but you understand why. Yeah, I know. You got to. The gun. Every time I want to show you throw
Covington.
gunshots my way.
They're not your way. They're at Covington's way.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you be trying to hate on me too, but that's another story. Oh my God, me and Covington have something in common. So
Ew.
I feel nasty for that one.
Yeah.
Feel nasty for that. But yeah, man. Colby Covington, despite the abhorrent behavior and you know what some of the things he says and does and the lines he promotes himself on, is an incredibly skilled fighter.
You think he would beat Jorge? Do you think it would be competitive, or do you think that the activity rate of
I think it will be
something like that?
competitive in spots.
Yeah.
Like thing is, Covington can absorb a lot of damage and just keep coming at you.
Do you think Usman has an easier chance or time with Masvidal?
Yes, because I think he's the stronger guy and overall the better athlete.
Yeah.
So and I think he's the better striker, at least from a technical standpoint. The thing is,
Better
neither one
grappler.
of those guys wants to just have a striking battle with Masvidal. Masvidal's one of the best pure strikers in mixed martial arts. And, you know, his hands are lovely. He's very sneaky with his kicks. So I don't think you really want that smoke if you're either one of those guys. But in conjunction with a high pressure wrestling game, high volume, yeah, you can crack that armor.
Do you think McGregor Masvidal is bigger than McGregor Diaz?
Yeah, at this moment, yeah.
I was wondering about that.
At this moment, yeah.
It's close. There's an argument.
It's close. Like the thing is, I think both would generate so much fanfare that you probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference from a distance.
And plus, it's very hard to tell in this new age because how do you compare these unknown pay-per-view numbers on ESPN Plus comparative to the old model on cable providers?
The only way to tell is like traffic from website traffic and stuff like that, and Google Trends and whatnot. And that's the only way really to tell. And even then, that doesn't tell the story of the people who just check the play-by-plays on Shirt Dog or MMA Fighting or something, and keep refreshing it.
Oh, agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Or even the people who are reading the articles but looking at illegal streams. So it's really hard to tell with those metrics even.